Make sure you watch this entire video. Absolutely free game breakdown between the Marlins and the Cardinals. Before we get into this, like I always say, make sure you subscribe to the page, turn on those notifications, leave us a comment, and if nothing else, hit that like button. Let us know that you enjoy what we're doing here for you. We're looking at this Marlins-Cardinals game. These are two teams that we talked about in my podcast this week with actually in the OSB podcast that I was invited onto with Tommy D from OSB and Scott Matthews from SM Pick. So that was some fun stuff. And that will be dropping on this YouTube channel as well as on their channels. But they're letting me drop it on this YouTube channel here. It'll probably be up on Friday. So keep your eyes open for that one. Now, let's dig right into this game. You know, you got the Marlins and the Cardinals in Lone Depot Park. The Marlins have taken this series 3-0 so far with a total score in those three games of 30 to 15 runs. The Marlins are really on fire right now, and they have their best pitcher on the mound tonight. But let's dig into this game. So this has been a very disappointing season for the Cardinals, to say the least. They come into this game on a 3-game skid, 35-51 record, 5th in the NL Central. And like my boy Scotty was talking about in that podcast, they were supposed to be first place. They're only averaging 4.6 runs, 8.6 hits, and they just have a ton of money in bats on this team right now. In pitching, really not good. They're giving up a 276 batting average right now. That's almost last in the league, 5.1 runs, an average ERA of 4.69. None of that stuff is going to work. They have a good fielding percentage, so they don't commit a lot of errors, but that's about it. Jack Flaherty's getting the start tonight, 5-5, 4.61 ERA, 1.56 WHIP. Nothing looking good for this Cardinals team right now. The Marlins, on the other hand, 51-37 record. Now, last night's game was close. Marlins won 10-9. They've won 7 of their last 10. They're averaging 4.2 runs per game, so they're not averaging as much runs per game, but they're hot right now. 8.9 hits a game. 324 slugging, 264 on base percentage. Luis Ariz, as we talked about also in that podcast, is absolutely incredible. Just really good stuff. Really good stuff that I'm seeing from him. And they have their best pitcher on the mound tonight, Yuri Perez. I've been talking about this guy all year. I've been riding this guy all year. First of all, overall, their pitching is solid, 4.1 collective ERA. Opponents are only hitting 244 against them, 4.3 runs. And that's with their best pitcher from last year, Cy Young Award winner Sandy Alcantara, not even playing that well this year. I think after the All-Star break, I think he's going to turn it around. And that's the scary thing about the Marlins, is if Sandy turns it around, now they have Yuri, they have Sandy, they have Braxton Garrett, they have Luis Ariz, who has the best batting average in the league right now. He's eyeballing Ted Williams' record of 400. I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think anyone's ever going to get that, but we'll see. But yeah, Yuri on the mound tonight. Yuri did have a bad game last game. He got rocked out of his shoes, but I think he gets it back together tonight. And 2.47 ERA. He had an ERA in the ones before that last game, but that last game really skewed his ERA up a little bit. But he still has a 5.2 record, 2.47 ERA. Besides last game, he's been virtually unhittable. The Marlins are 28-16 at home. Going with the Marlins money line, lock it and clock it. And this is like last night's game. You know, you could play this one on the first 5. You could play it on the money line. Sprinkle it a little bit on both. Last night, if you sprinkled on both, you pushed on the first 5 innings game and you won on the full game. Do the same thing on this one. Lock it and clock it. We will see you tomorrow. You'll see Billy here in a minute for another game breakdown. You'll see me tomorrow for another game breakdown. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.